Greetings, motherfuckers! We finally fucking made it. How's it going out there? This is Musketeers Saturday Night Show, starting off with duct tape and sunshine.
Baby, you're presenting just yourself.
Wait, I am?
You egotist.
Well, nobody else has their camera on, so you know.
I didn't even hit the present button. How the hell did I do that?
It prioritizes you because you have your webcam on.
Oh.
Imagine the narcissism. Burnside. I'm disappointed.
Fine.
You always came across as such a humble guy. Just presenting yourself and saying screw everybody else. This is Burnside show.
That's right. I've got the firepower to enforce it.
Oh boy. Oh boy. 762 by 39, bitches.
No. Try blanks.
Okay, yeah.
Shit, not even. You kidding me? This is Chicago.
Or Snapcast.
This thing doesn't even fire anything. It's a prop because
No,
literally a prop.
It doesn't even have a little red thing that goes through it.
It literally has a barrel plug. To make it easier with the editing, I took a Sharpie and I just colored over it because it's this bright orange.
Why the fuck is it presenting just you?
I don't know. I don't know. Let me try to turn the camera off, see if that actually fixes things.
Yeah, it probably would.
Okay.
There I see Tara. Let me open up stupid ass YouTube.
Okay. Somebody else do something.
All right. What do you want me to do?
It's still just showing you. What the fuck?
How?
Okay, who cares? Let's get on with this. We're gonna spend more time. Kill your cam because it's gonna fucking keep going like this. We're gonna waste so much time actually, and we're not gonna get to cover all of the articles we have.
Yeah, we got a bunch of shit too.
Yeah, we got a complete colossal massive shit for a change. So it's been a pretty busy weekend.
And Tara and I are nodding off.
Yeah.
All right. Well, damn, I put all this whole get up on for anything. All right, where do we want to start? Man chokes a cougar to death. The new green genocide.
Yeah, save that one for last. That's the best one. Save it for last.
All right, save the best ones for last. All right. All right. So where do we begin then? We've got that rally you're trying to go to DC, Scoop.
Yeah.
You're anything back from that place?
No, I haven't. I just found out tonight, actually, because I was looking last week. They didn't have the site up like it was listed now. The last I had heard, it was for the 23rd, so that's when I was planning on going there. And then I just looked it up now. I was like, you know what? While we're going to be covering this tonight, I said to myself, let me just see when it's going to be. And I looked, and lo and behold, they moved it to the 16th, which is unfortunate because I had other shit to do. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there. It kind of sucks. But what that is, it's the Unite America First rally. It's they're having this big get together. It's all these other people that we had tried to talk to in September when we were in DC, but because of the hurricane and the freezing rain, basically everyone kept scattering. So we really could not pin these folks down to meet up with them. We didn't get the name of the bar they were going to. We couldn't get in touch with them. It was just a whole mess. So they're having another rally on the 16th. It's supposed to be at the park right across the street from the White House.
All right.
Yeah. It's right over in Arlington. So.
All right, that's a good start. Yeah, it kind of sucks they had to move it, but probably because of fucking weather or something crazy.
Is it like more?
It's all the people that went to Moore, basically. This is actually his name's Will Johnson. I don't know if you ever seen him. Black guy, got big long dreadlocks, always wears an American flag bandana like the one I got. He's been on a lot of these different shows. He's been on Fox. I've seen him on. I think he's been on CNN. I was talking to him last year. Well, not last year. Excuse me. Well, yeah, last year, September, when we all went down. And I was telling him that's when basically all these lunatics were going after me. And I told him, I said, look, I got a bunch of crazed furries that are going after me. I don't want to cause any flack for this. And he looks at me, he's like, furries, that's a new one. He said, I got Antifa looking to kill me. He's like, I get death threats constantly. I said, oh, well, they keep sending me pictures of my avatar having sex with them. He said, you'll do fine. Come on in. I said, okay, cool.
You'll do fine. You're only taking pictures of your avatar, making them fornicate together.
Yeah. He put a smile on his face. I'll give him that.
Jeez. Oh, Christ.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the news today. Nano, you had a bunch of stuff, right?
I have, yeah, I do have some stuff. Give me a second, though. I mean, so let somebody else go first. I hate going first.
All right. Who wants to rock, paper, scissors for the next one? Because I know we've got, like, what, fucking 15 sitting here? Just in the group?
Well, I mean, how about this? Why don't we just go through the list and we can start from there? Like, for starters, it seems that there's a lot of stuff going on right now. I mean, obviously, everyone's been talking about Virginia Governor Ralph Northam. He says he wants to focus on the rest of his term because he's grappling with his white privilege. I'm not even joking. The guy quoted as saying white privilege. Yeah.
Grappling with white privilege?
Because he's not leaving, because he dressed up in blackface. He said, no, I'm going to finish out my term and I'm going to deal with my white privilege. So, you know what? I'm glad he said that to the SJWs because that's what they want these politicians to say. So he actually just said what they want. I can't wait to see their response. What else happened? Elizabeth Warren makes presidential campaign official. I just figured that would be funny.
Well, she has a 1 in 1,024th chance of winning.
Yeah, seriously. Especially how many people the Democrats have fielded in this season. Forget about it. Holy shit.
Oh, God.
I mean, the more insane they go, the better because, and they're already. I mean, they've got a woman that slept her way into Congress. That would be Camille Harris, and then they have this fucking fake Cherokee. What's next?
Mm-hmm.
They're still making the race for the first insert quote here person to try and dethrone Trump, huh? Oh, Christ.
Well, I'm looking right now, and we definitely, holy shit, there is a ton of stuff going on in your neck of the woods, guys. A bunch of stuff going on the West Coast, and a bunch of stuff going on in Texas. So.
Are we talking about fucking Beto is going to rally? Fuck Beto. He's a fake Mexican and a real pendejo. And you know what? He spent more money trying to get elected.
Pendejo auténtico.
Thank you, cynics.
Than the 4 poorest countries in the world make in a year in their gross domestic product. So you know what? Fuck him. He's a worthless sack of shit, but he wasted a lot of money.
Oh, do tell about this guy's grandeur failures.
Well,
I think his criminal record would be a lot more fun to talk about, but
Sure.
We're talking 2 DUIs, burglary of a habitation in the 90s, burglary of a state building, I think, when he jumped over a fence in a dress to break into UNT, or not UNT, UT. The guy's a piece of shit, and he's a washed-up musician. He's a fucking piece of crap that plays the identity politics.
Interesting. Sounds like some real Dingus Khan work. Shit. Was he taking fucking lessons from Blagojevich? Is that where where Blacko's been getting his money for fucking cigarettes so that he doesn't get shanked?
No, dude. Not everything is out of Chicago. He's taking his fucking thing straight out of the border. He's playing to the fucking Mexicans. That's all he is doing. He's playing to his base. His base in El Paso, which is fucking mostly illegal anyway. I mean, out of the 95,000 that voted illegally in the state of Texas, a good chunk of them were in El Paso. So
I see. So he's trying to do the Paso Smasho. All right, what's going on in everywhere else in Texas? Anything else? Most as crazy going on?
Not really. I mean,
it's raining here.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, there is something else. It's something we can segue into what you want to talk about, Nano. It's beautiful. Where is it here? Oh, here it is. What's her face? Crazy Eyes. Texas City Councilman calls Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez a bimbo.
Yeah, she is.
Water is wet.
You know, in other news, the sky is blue during the daytime and black at nighttime.
Yep, it says here Republican Scott Dunn has apologized and deleted his social media account after major blowback.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
Dude.
Deleted his social media account.
There's a
Here's the
brand.
thing. Don't ever delete your shit, first of all. Second of all, don't ever apologize.
Well, you know, he could have said he works for there's a certain brand that you can buy down here called Bimbo. They sell bread and potato chips and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bimbo Bakery.
Oh, yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, they make those little diabetic pastries and stuff.
Oh, you mean the pastries that send you into diabetes?
Yes, those ones.
And, you know, they import a lot of Mexican cookies, too.
Oh, my God. Those are so diabetic. Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing. You don't apologize to the left. I mean, most of the people calling shit on him are not in his district. So, you know, because he's a Republican. If they were in his district, he wouldn't have been elected. So, you know, it's a bunch of crybabies probably from New York. So, fuck them. Don't care.
Nothing will ever be good enough.
Yeah, exactly. So, don't apologize. When you're dealing with leftists like that, the correct response is to double down. Yeah, she's a fucking stupid bitch. Honestly, I'm waiting for the day that she does an interview with a hostile non-softball interviewer, and they go, "Do you realize you're the dumbest motherfucker in Congress? You're a fucking whore and stupid as fuck."
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Gavin McInnes fucking interview her. I really would. I think it would be funny as fuck. You realize you're a fucking dumb bitch?
I would love it if he started the interview by saying, "How's it going, eh?"
How's it going, eh? Oh, nice.
I mean, if I interviewed her, it'd be like, "Do you realize you're the dumbest person in Congress by far? And a fucking stupid cunt."
I'd just like to hear her say just why she thinks socialism is going to work, especially after the president said, "Nope, fuck you, not happening, not going down. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, out the door you go."
Have you guys seen much about that new green plan she's hitching onto?
Oh, I have a story about that.
God, I've got a couple things to bundle into that clusterfuck. Okay, where do we want to start with that?
Well, let's start with the. Well, it's already been pulled down for starters.
Okay.
It went up on February 7th. Went up on February 7th. She was ridiculed for it because it's absolutely a fucking clusterfuck of a plan. I actually have it. I think I have it saved. So hold on. No. Oh no. No, that's okay. I lost it. But basically, if somebody wants to look it up, basically it called for getting rid of all nuclear power plants, getting rid of everything but solar and fucking wind, which is fucking nuts. It's not going to happen.
Farting cows.
Yeah, it talked about how we're going to have to move away from actually eating meat to save the planet. Oh, getting rid of all airplane travel and replacing it with light rail, which is
going to fuck over Hawaii.
That is insanely stupid.
Well, okay, guys, let's be honest. They're still going to have planes go to Hawaii, but, you know, she's not smart enough to have written that. So, and also, like I said, it would basically take it down to making things take 5 times or over 50%, over 100% longer to get anywhere because a light rail train, and we're just using the European ones because she likes European socialism. The high-speed rails in Europe move at 155 miles an hour. Okay, so about, and a average airliner moves at 500 miles an hour. So y'all do the math.
Don't do the math. It's a waste of brain power.
Well,
Yeah.
not even to mention the fact that when you're flying a plane, you're avoiding the topography of the Earth. It's actually the distance is shorter when you're going up in the air. I don't know exactly how the fuck the physics of it works. You're a pilot, man. You could probably break it down a lot better than I am. But
Well, you don't have to go. You don't have to go up grades. You don't have to go down grades. You don't have to go. You can pretty much fly in a straight line or follow the curvature of the Earth. And for you flat earthers, yes, there's curvature of the Earth. You dumb fucks. Be gone now.
For those of us who actually,
Earth is fat like tin.
so for those of us who are aware of, there's something called geography, size comparison, Europe to the United States.
Europe is much smaller since the state of Texas covers all of Central Europe.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So
Europe is the smallest continent. America by itself, if Texas covers all of Europe, for all of Central Europe, like from Italy all the way up to Norway, all the way over to France, all the way over to like Germany, okay?
So now I'm trying to do the math here, exactly how many JATO rockets we're going to have to attach to these high-speed rail trains in order to get them to go anywhere near as efficiently as our current air travel covers.
Oh, enough that their carbon footprint would probably be bigger than the fucking planes.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
Especially since Boeing is working on, and General Electric are working on high bypass electric engines for aircraft that will form a form of hybrid engine that will be much more fuel efficient. You know, an actual work.
What you're telling me is that she would have been much better off proposing teleportation technology.
Just about.
you know, and any plan on getting off of nuclear power is fucking ridiculous because you just saying that, just saying, oh, we don't, nuclear is bad, meh. Okay, well, nuclear is the only really renewable green energy we do have.
It is, and a lot of the hysteria, a lot of the paranoia about nuclear energy, it is roughly based on technology that is no longer. Yeah, there are new forms of nuclear reactors that use.
Yeah, the Gen 4 nuclear reactors that are not cooled by water, they're cooled by liquid helium, which can never go radioactive. For those of you that've seen Iron Skies, here's the thing. Helium's a banded atom. Helium-3 is a popular sci-fi trope. You cannot make helium into an isotope.
Yeah, that's part of the reason it was one of the ingredients for a nuclear bomb.
Well, no, helium wasn't. Helium has been used as a stabilizer. It's completely and totally bonded. Hydrogen was, because hydrogen is inherently unstable.
Hydrogen.
Wasn't it helium? Wasn't helium the part of one of the trigger elements? I know it was. What was it? It was uranium was the fuel, and didn't they have to shoot it? Was it they shot a helium?
Plutonium. Helium. Okay, helium is a bonded atom. If you look down the side of the elemental chart where helium is, you'll notice all of those have, going down it, all those have equal numbers of protons, neutrons, and electrons. That means they're bonded. Bonded atoms cannot be turned into an isotope because they cannot be made. They won't take another electron to make it into an isotope.
Right. No, what I was asking was, I'm trying to remember, what was it?
No, helium has no purpose in nuclear physics at all other than equivalent.
Right. Well, what was the atom that Einstein said we shoot it into the other atom and it'll cause a reaction? I'm trying to remember.
It was a plutonium trigger that was used.
Right. Really? All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was just plutonium was the fuel that they were using. See,
no, they make the core trigger out of plutonium to detonate a larger amount of uranium.
All right.
Okay, guys. I'm leaving out a lot of that, so don't use this podcast to build a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, this is not. This is not my science project, or what was that?
Yeah.
The thing with John
I think
Lithgow.
there was a kid in Florida who tried to make a nuclear reactor by hand.
Every kid in Florida tries to make a nuclear reactor by hand. Look at Florida. It's part of the problem.
Well, yeah, but okay. Back to actual news. Because fuck Florida's fucking FloridaMan tonight.
Even though my
make
kid
nuclear bombs out of bug bombs and Four Loko.
Yeah. Yeah, people in Florida are dumb enough to put a suppressor on a high point, paint it like a Four Loko can, and put a flare launcher under the barrel. Basically, the whole thing has been pulled down, and it's only less than 48 hours later. And I'm gonna it basically, because everybody with a brain, basically, oh, and of course, here's the thing. Even though she put it up, the thing of the matter is, oh God, let me find these. Oh. They're blaming the Republicans for it being leaked. I'm like, no, you fucking stupid fucks. You put something out completely and totally retarded, and you got fucking laughed at, and now you're trying to backpedal.
Yeah, this is why they sneak these into other bills. Because if they actually were upfront about it and transparent, they get laughed out of the halls of Congress.
Well, she hasn't learned how to politic yet. That's what it is.
Yeah, you know what? And I'm not even saying this trying to be facetious. I'm being sincere when I say this. One of the things she could have done, because she's trying to push this shit with the trains, is she could have contacted the German Zeppelin company and tried to see about putting a charter in with them, because she definitely would have got the steampunk community on lock if she was offering trains and Zeppelins, as opposed to planes. Definitely.
Right.
Yeah, the ship is so full of hot air, she'd achieve buoyancy all by herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, that's the thing. She's a fucking joke, and we all know it.
Fez is not known for her intelligence. She's known for her stupidity.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's single-handedly getting rid of the blonde joke. I mean, we've got a senator from Arizona that dresses in stripper boots. Not that that's really important. Who apparently has already pissed off the fucking left as well, because she basically said, yes, for more border security. Why? Because she's a senator from fucking Arizona. Dumb cunts.
Hysterical.
Yeah, it is.
I just think it's funny. What I think is funny about this is, we put up a really bad idea. People laugh at us. Oh, let's pull it down and blame the Republicans and say it was leaked.
It's, you know what? I'm glad that it went down this way, and I'm glad that she went and said that, because all it does is help everybody else that's not one of these leftists. It helps people on the right. It helps people in the center. It helps conservatives. It helps Republicans. It helps classical liberals. It helps basically anyone who's not a shithead commie. So This is fine. I'm so glad that they did this. I hope that her entire career, as short as it's going to be, apparently, is just a repeat of this.
I mean, no. Here's what I hope happens. And I would say to this is, fundamentally, let these nuts keep doing what they're doing. Please keep doing it, because you're going to split the Democratic Party into two parties and ensure conservative dominance for the next 50 years.
I'm fine with that.
Sounds good to me.
Let them split it, because this is what's going to happen. Is you've got these new Democrats that represent about 50% of the party now, because they're fucking insane, and the old ones, the old crazier ones, are just jumping on board. Ooh, yay! Then you have about 30% of Democrats that are like the old school Democrats that hopefully break away and form their own party. And then you have about 20% that are just like, fuck this, we're one of the Republicans. You know?
Yeah.
So let's get, you know what? They've always said a two-party system was bad, but what they really wanted was to split the conservative votes. And I'm guaranteeing they're going to be like, we need only two political parties when it splits the leftist votes.
Yeah. You know what? I'm fine with that. I've been saying, you've seen the name of the main channel in my friggin' Discord, you know, the Democratic National Committee needs to be declared a domestic terrorist organization. I don't say that softly either. I honestly feel that, you know, the radical Republicans back after the Civil War, they had the right idea, take away their charter. I mean, they call themselves the party of the opposition. If the Republicans are the party of the people, if they're the party of the country, if they're the party of the American people, basically, then these people are anti-American. And it was plain as day. They had no American flags at their last convention until people kept saying, where the fuck are all the flags? They wanted to remove white out of red, white, and blue because they said it was offending people. I mean, look, let's face it. They're a bunch of sick assholes. I personally would have no problem if they would just completely take it. You know what? Leave them their civil rights as American citizens, but they're trying to overthrow the country. You should not allow them on to any form of anything. Just don't let them talk. No, sorry. Look, it's sedition, it's treason, and it's insurrection. These are all things that they
all means let them talk because they're showing us who all the idiots are.
I agree, but a lot of them have already crossed the line. Like that fucking look, as that Andy Dick looking lunatic. What's her name? Kathy Griffin. She looks like Andy Dick and Drag, that crazy bitch. Nah, when she's sitting there and she's putting out that shit on Twitter, how she wants these fucking kids' blood. What the fuck is this? This is not a caliphate. This is America. You know?
Here's the thing. And I'm gonna be blunt. These people are still suffering 2 years on to the 2 years on
Trump derangement syndrome and all that because they still can't
just grasp the fact they can't handle the fact they lost.
Yeah,
that's not our problem.
You know, when I was a kid, and this is gonna sound cruel, but when I was a kid, if an animal got hit by a car, you get a hammer and you bust its skull or you snap its neck. You put it out its misery. It's the way I was raised. And I'm sorry, now we can't go and do it much as we'd all like to. You can't go and do that to these leftists. But what you can do is you can just shut their microphones off. And you can let them, you know, when they come and they're not going to contribute anything constructive. Now, when they want to sit there and they want to go on Tucker Carlson and make themselves look like assholes, I'm all for that. But when they want to sit there and they want to do this crazy shit that they're doing where they're not going to answer your questions, but instead they're going to go up in your face with noisemakers and they're going to, no, you know what? Where the fuck are the cops with the fire hoses and the German Shepherds? Get these crazy bastards off the street. Seriously. Do we not have laws about disturbing the peace? Some asshole in a fucking clown suit with fucking noisemakers who's not part of the circus should not be doing this shit on the sidewalk. Throw him the fuck in the back of the paddy wagon. The same thing with these Walmart ninjas.
The only thing I have to say about that is we don't need to martyr them.
I let them live. I'm fine with that. We don't have to
No. Dragging them off in police chains martyrs them for all intensive purposes. So, you know, let them know.
Locking up, what's his name? MLK.
Yeah, basically. What you need to do is wait till these fuckers break a few windows. And once they've broken a few windows, then you arrest them.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
But just arresting them for showing up is, unfortunately, when you start doing that, then you start giving credence to what they're saying.
Oh, no, I don't want to arrest them for just showing up. I want to wait until they start, you know, knocking over trash cans and throwing them through windows and, you know, attacking people and assaulting people. But, look, I'll be honest. at this point, I don't want to see any soft takedowns. I would really like to see some 250-pound Puerto Rican cop take a running start and fucking shoulder check one of these fucking 150-pound assholes in the ribs. Seriously, I want to see the bastard go sailing about a good 5 yards before he slams into a light post and he loses consciousness until he gets cuffed. Seriously, fuck these little bastards. I really want to see these cops romp a stomp the living fuck out of these balaclava wearing motherfuckers. Enough of this shit. Portland, Oregon, they should have these fucking kids chained the fuck up, ankle and wrist, and they should have them stamping trash and cleaning that place the fuck up.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, hell, the thing that's half the damn problem is the fact that these assholes, whenever they go out and do this shit, they get a free fucking pass. They're doing
it in leftist states.
Yeah. And that's the problem. I'm saying I'm hoping that this party splits, because enough with these fucking leftists. I'm at the point, like these mayors and everyone who are going against the president and they're going against I mean, why do we have to keep referring to this 9th District Court? Why the fuck? I mean, if they're basically violating the Constitution, take them out of office, remove them. I mean, to me, they violated enough laws. This should be something that's getting done. I don't know. Me personally, if any of these guys, like, if I was in charge and these guys were, like trying to overthrow the country, which is basically what they're doing, I'd make a fucking example of them. Seriously, I get a federal judge to swear out a warrant for them. All these sanctuary cities, the fuck out of here.
The problem with doing it that way, the problem is you're going to give them credence. You've got to give them enough rope to commit, to do shit on their own, where the point is. But if you start calling in, say, martial law to do these guys, then you know what? You're going to make it basically to the point of, well, you're going to make it to the point where it's actually, they're going to become martyrs. So going after them.
Yeah, regrettably, as quick and easy as it would be to do the whole martial law thing, it actually would completely go into their favor.
Yeah, we can't go in. We have to handle this with kit gloves because of optics. And because sometimes it's not what actually happens, it's the impression of what happens.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I look at it this way. Sorry, Sid, go ahead.
Here, man. But thanks for having me on, and all you guys have a good one. I'm gonna go.
I'm not far behind you.
Yeah. Oh man, long day.
Thanks, Six.
Long day. Yeah. You guys take it easy.
Yep, you good. Well, I'm not calling for martial law either. I'm saying, like, if you have all of these people and, like, Jerry Brown, the governor, like, if he has crossed the line where he's broken the law, remove him from office. I don't see what the problem is. If he's committed a crime, arrest him.
But the thing is, he hasn't committed a crime. It's borderline, but by doing that, you'd be violating the 10th Amendment. I mean, the point is, you just can't go. Like I said, I'd love it. I'd love it if we would just kick the fucking California and New York out of the fucking, for their fucking inane gun laws, out of the union. The problem with that is we can't actually do that because it would actually make us look like, oh, it would be a violation of the Constitution in doing that. I mean,
says we're actually Nazi.
How is it violating the 10th Amendment right? I'm not following, because if they're basically they're violating the rights of American citizens by forcing us to deal with these illegal criminals in these sanctuary cities. They're putting
because it is not specifically spelled out in the Constitution in the Bill of Rights of what the federal government can't do. It is therefore left to the power of the state.
All right, hypothetical question then. If someone is not a citizen of this country, is it still murder if somebody blows their head off?
Unfortunately.
But, I mean, if we can't prove that they're real, if we can't prove that they exist on paper, and I'm sorry, I'm being this fucking cold-hearted, I don't give a shit. If we can't prove that they exist, then they don't exist. That's the way I look at it. I mean, look, we got a corpse here. We got a body. We can't ID this fucking thing. As far as I'm concerned, chalk it up as to like a dog or something. Seriously,
but if they
make
can
them pay
prove
a fine.
that you did kill a man, then why would they think that you would kill another?
Well, it's really simple, because if you can't prove the man exists, you can't prove that a man was killed. As far as I'm concerned, you put it down as livestock.
Yeah, it'd be difficult to bring a literal dead body that doesn't have any idea other than DNA into court and go, Your Honor, this corpse was killed by the defendant.
I'm just saying, if you can make it where an American citizen can sit there and empty an entire magazine point blank into one of these disease-ridden animals' head, and all they have to do is put them in a hefty bag and drop them off at the precinct and fill out a form, you will see this problem cease. Seriously, look, they're not they're not American citizens. So what is the problem then with doing that and handling them that way?
Well, because this would also affect tourism, diplomacy.
American citizens abroad would be...
No, like tourism into the country, into the U.S.
No, I mean, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm just saying that it would affect American citizens that work abroad, because they would be subject to the same treatment in foreign countries.
I don't think we'd have to worry about it in the civilized countries. I mean, granted, Europe isn't really civilized anymore. I mean, we got all of North Africa wash up in there.
I think it's more Western Europe, like countries like Russia, Poland have less issue with the immigrants causing trouble because they don't let them in.
I'm saying I don't think I'm saying, like, the way that the term is around here, it's like, what the hell am I presenting?
I was presenting you to try and get around the technical difficulties, because it's still showing me for some reason. Lawrence has been trying to help me out with this for the past couple of minutes, and I've gotten nowhere with it.
Oh, all right. I'm sitting here like it says you're presenting to everybody. I'm like, okay, I didn't hit nothing.
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't think it would be a problem, like, in places like Poland and in places that, are not going along with this global nonsense, this SJW bullshit that they're pushing over there with Merkel. But, I mean, yeah, it's probably going to cause problems in places where, I don't know, we get all these fucking people coming in here from, like, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador. My advice to most Americans, don't fucking go there. Seriously.
But I mean, it also could affect our fucking maritime shipping, products. I'm saying that the point I'm trying to make is it's also, here's the thing: whether they are U.S. citizens or not, they're still afforded basic fucking protections under our laws, and one of those includes not somebody just not walking up to them and shooting them in the fucking head.
Well, yeah, that's covered under just basic human rights, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, as much as you might want to, you don't have the right to kill people.
Well, it's not that I want to kill people. I look at it this way. I have no desire to do anything to anybody, but look, I'm sorry. If you got a bunch of people here and they got records and they're all like kitty diddlers and they're all rapists and murderers and they'll slit your mother's throat for her necklace, I got no problem. Not even fuck the bullets. Put them all on a fucking barge, take it out into the bay, and pull the plug out of it and let it sink. I mean, you know what? Fine, fuck it. The ones that can make it to shore, you can let them back in. But here's the deal. There's a certain point where you get out there past where, like you're in international waters. I just say give people long-range rifles and see how good their marksmanship is. Like,
well, I'm just saying that when you start getting into that kind of thing, that we're going to run into a lot of problems.
Yeah, well, I say it half joking and half serious because I spitball the ideas because I want to hear exactly how the hell we're going to handle it. Because I'll be completely honest with you, as somebody who lives down the block from MS-13, after they chopped up them little girls, do you know how many of us were so fucking tempted to take like old-fashioned inner tubes and fashion a gigantic Wile E. Coyote slingshot and launch these motherfuckers into like a wheat thresher? I mean, you got no idea. People were getting creative. There was one guy, they had to talk him down. He was actually considering like renting a wood chipper and putting these little bastards through feet first in first gear. I mean, seriously, people are really sick and tired of this shit. I mean,
yeah, but really sick and tired of it doesn't mean it's an excuse to do away with U.S. law.
I know that. And I'm not
okay. And here's the thing: if you do that, then how do you react if the libtards take power again and they want to start throwing you in a fucking wood chipper?
I'm aware of that. That's why I'm saying people are getting to this point. Can we
They're getting. Well, first of all, you need to fix New York's fucking fucked up gun laws. That's your first.
That's what I'm saying to you. I'm trying to say to you, what solutions can we get to for this problem? That's why I'm trying to segue into that, but you don't let me get to it.
Well, because you're going off on a tangent about like just out and out just killing somebody for just because
what people are saying to me that they want to do to people, and I'm saying, okay, well, what's the solution? And that's the first one: is we got to definitely do something with the gun laws.
Yeah, you've got to get. First of all, you've got to make New York back into a shall issue state, which means anybody that's not a felon can get that's a citizen, can get a license to carry. I mean, I'd love it if we just made constitutional carry throughout the fucking United States, but I'm a realist. You've got to get rid of your stupid 7-round magazine limit, your stupid register everything, and your stupid waiting periods, and you allow your citizens to arm themselves. Because here's the thing. These guys are fucking beta males. They're gangbangers. You put a bullet in one of them, and this starts happening on a regular basis where common citizens are fucking, somebody comes to attack them with a knife or something, and then you get fucking shot. Guess what? Behavior will change. I mean, MS-13, everybody's so fucking scared of MS-13. I'm like, dude, you decapitate them, they run like fucking animals.
If I've seen these motherfuckers up close, and let me tell you something, and let me tell this to the audience directly. Most of these guys are up to my chest. MS-13 look like a bunch of tattooed featherweight boxers. They're all, if they're $120, they're heavy. If they're 5'6", they're tall. MS-13 are a bunch of, basically, they look like the guy that, like if you go into one of these restaurants and you see the little, like, Hispanic busboy that you nearly trip over because of how small he is, that's who MS-13 is, but covered with ink. Seriously, if I hit one of these guys hard enough, I could probably dislocate their jaw. Huh?
It is a psychological thing. That's what that is.
Yeah, they're a bunch of little midgets. Seriously, half of them, the piece that they carry in their waistband weighs more than they do.
Well, the fact they don't use proper holsters means that most citizens would have an actual advantage on a draw on them.
Yep.
Well, you know what will happen.
The solution to these assholes is very simple.
Well, you know what it is, Nano? They can't bring the holster into their house because it's made out of leather, and one of their aunts or uncles will probably try to put some sauce on it and eat the thing because they got no food. But I got no love for MS-13. I'm sorry. I got no love.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, if we go after them, we've got to go after them, to the point of, hey, we're doing it, but we're going to do it so they don't, so they can't get away with,
Just start declaring all these different groups that these criminals are a part of and shit, terrorist organizations, and go after them like they're fucking ISIS. As simple as that.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Antifa, fucking ISIS, and MS-13 and whoever, make the same fucking thing and just start getting warrants, kicking in doors, and if they got weapons on them, just add fucking charges or go, oh, I see you're potentially reaching for that weapon there. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. Okay, bag and tag.
Yeah. You know, and you can reduce their sentence, but you gotta. Here's the deal: that you make it voluntary. That way, you shut up these pussies that want to sit there with their picket signs, and you make it voluntary. Well, here's the deal: okay, we're gonna give you 50 years, or we'll knock it down 10%, 5 years, but it's gonna be 5 years at hard. You're building the fucking wall.
That would be a good idea, but the thing that might not work is if you get MS-13 building the wall, they're going to wind up reverse engineering that to get over or under it.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be blunt here because you guys always like try to go fucking these. You don't want fucking unskilled labor building a damn wall.
You can have them doing all the schlep work. Make them drag shit around, wheelbarrows. Make them carry the fucking tools, you know, and then make them stand there and hold it. Seriously, fuck them. The guy can stand there in the sun and be a hammer holster for all I care. You know what? And even do one better. Make them wear those fucking striped pajamas like they used to back in the 20s.
There ain't gonna be no wall. These guys think there's gonna be a wall.
Okay, I'm going to.
Hey, Bobby, what's going on? How are you?
Am I on? Okay, good evening, people. Did I hit the right button? Hey,
Yeah,
the
right button.
episode 7 came out real good. We're gonna put that on YouTube and pitch you tomorrow, right?
I think he's away from his microphone. Burnside, you there?
This camera, there's a fucking clip on here. It's worthless. You can't clip it on your screen. I've never seen a clip like this before. You can't do anything with it. It's a 3-point clip. You can't hook it on anything. There you go. It's hooked on the screen. Now where's it pointing to?
Your hands.
I know. It's a piece of shit. Okay, now
I feel like I'm at a Baptist sermon and I'm seeing his hands.
It's up here now.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I can't figure out a way. How about if I just nail it to the fucking wall?
You know, that might actually work better.
Yeah, because this is ridiculous. Okay. I gotta go anyway. I got stuff to do. We just came in. Me and the wife went and saw that movie Glass.
How was it?
That was pretty good. It's a Marvel comic thing. We can't figure out who this group is that has this little tattoo on their wrist of a 3-leaf clover. They've been around for 10,000 years, and what they've been doing, what I can make out, is they're killing superheroes, good or bad. It doesn't matter. They want to kill all superheroes so the world doesn't know that there is superheroes out there. So that's what it basically boils down to. It's pretty neat. It's not bad.
Cool.
I gotta find. You know what they have left open to a sequel? You know that. That's how. That because this thing is it's a glass and it was a split. What was the other? Unbreakable. So
Unbreakable.
Yeah.
All together, put together. So all right, look. Yeah, me and the wife went and said, "You're not gonna believe this." She paid for the ticket. She got them online. We go in there and get this barrel of popcorn. This fucking little kid behind the counter. My wife goes, "How much?" $26 for the box.
God damn.
For the plastic. Well, see, you get this plastic jug, barrel, whatever, and you could bring it back every time you come to the movies. And the popcorn, when they fill it up, is only $5. But initially, it was like $26. I looked at her. She said, "Well, you know, it is my birthday." I said, "Your birthday's tomorrow. It's not now." No, wait, it's not there. Fuck it. Anyway, it was a good time. We just came home a few minutes ago. So I gotta go.
Cool.
Himmler, you're gonna come over tomorrow. All of the girls and everybody's gonna be in church. I don't go to church. I don't believe in religions. I'm open to the concept of religions. I don't think I really need one. And I don't even think Jesus had a religion. So I'm out of here, gang. Thanks a lot for listening to me for a few minutes. Himmler, the chapter 7 came out really good.
Awesome.
Good. The whole thing is good. I hope people see it when it comes out. But it was kind of complicated making it.
Yeah, I told Lawrence and Tojo we wound up having some trouble with it because they were like, "Okay, what the hell's going on?" And they were waiting patiently for you in the chat. And they're Lawrence is literally begging for us. He's saying, "Bobby, bring it to us. We can't wait."
Yeah, it's stupid as hell, of course, but it's cool. Maybe if we got time, we'll start on chapter 8 tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We'll go with Alex and Rudy and a couple of guys and Steve and
we'll
we'll start getting some shit together.
Okay, I'm out of here. Nice nice hearing from all you guys again. I'd like to come back to. Let me know, Himmler, when you're on air again, and I'll get this damn camera thing.
Just duct tape it to something. Get a
I know,
freaking duct tape it together.
Maybe I should take, like I said, nail it to the wall here or something. All right, I'm gonna head out. Okay, what do I do again? I click
The red button.
A red button.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like a phone.
Oh, okay. New York, I'd like to talk to you some more, but I got stuff to do. I got to get out of here.
You got it. No problem, man.
Not a word.
Have a great night.
Not a word.
I love talking with you. You're a lot of fun. Okay, I'm going to click the red phone, and I'll see you guys or hear from you guys in a couple days or so.
Oh, he figured it out. Holy shit. For a moment, I thought he was going to hit the wrong button. He came just as mysteriously, and he went just as mysteriously as he came. Funny thing is, let's get food, so I missed the first couple of minutes. So I come back and it's your. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I was about to bug Lawrence and go, I think I broke my computer.
Got to get him a better camera. I found one for like $20 I was going to grab up on Amazon. It's a Logitech. I'll send you the link later.
All right.
What the fuck are these dogs barking at every night?
Homeless people.
Well, I know that. It's just rhetorical, I'm saying. I know what they're barking. I mean, but what the fuck? They should know by now. They're out there. All right, here, go ahead. I'm just afraid one night, God forbid, these dogs are going to, like, run into a chud and it's going to, like, eat the fucking chihuahua. As long as Batches gets away.
Yeah, are we on to the next article?
Yeah.
You gonna do Bobby? Are you gonna do that Proud Boy being deplatformed?
I was contemplating if we should do that first or LA, because I got two funny ones to go together with LA, because I'm gonna definitely lose my shit on the Banks tossing out the Proud Boy guy.
Yeah, well, there's actually 3 stories that go with LA. There was the one with,
and I got one from Utah, but
All right.
What about the one Kelt? Didn't you have one earlier?
I had one about a Proud Boy leader getting his account closed by a bank.
The one that Bernstein was talking about. Yeah. All right. These fucking dogs now they're back at the door. Sorry.
All right. Well, let's see here. All right. I guess we'll go with the Proud Boy getting his account tossed, because you know what? That's absolute fucking bullshit. That you go to a bank, you have your paycheck go in there directly, give them lots of money every day, and then they decide, you're not a socialist. We're gonna fucking toss you out. It's fucking bullshit. It's like, okay, you don't obey our fucking Trotsky psychotic fucking whatever the goat fucking is with the vagina heads and shit. So no bank account. So what do these assholes do? Did they steal his fucking money in that shit? They at least have the courtesy to give it back to him?
No, if you read the article, they're going to close his account effectively April 1st. He has until then to open another account in another bank and arrange everything. It's not like they're closing it right away. Yeah, the letter is basically they're not going to. And one of the reasons they're doing this, and the main reason they're doing this, and the reason they're doing this, it all stems to the Southern Poverty Law Center, which it needs to be abolished.
Yeah.
Because anything they don't like that doesn't say, minorities good, white bad, equals domestic terrorist, hate group.
Well, hopefully they will be abolished. Isn't the Proud Boy founder suing them?
Yeah, he's suing
He should.
them. But is that going to get rid of everything? I don't know. I mean, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot because they've been around. I mean, fortunately, the Department of Justice no longer considers them a reliable source.
Good, because they're not. Because quite literally, what the SPLC is doing is
effectively supporting deplatforming of conservatives. I know.
Yeah, I was going to say red hattering it or mad hattering it, but yeah, that's a basic. Because here's the fucking shit that these assholes are doing for a while. Just the shit I fucking missed. Okay. Now, when we initially went to Moore, they were sitting there trying to turn all the fucking juggalos who just wanted the FBI to leave them the fuck alone into even worse fucking criminals than they may or may not have even been. And I'm saying it that way because they fucking framed it the same fucking way as white bad, everything else good. And then it's like, okay, let's turn you into an absolute bunch of psychotic fucking weaponized Trotsky terrorists. Yeah, that'll totally get you off the FBI's.
The first step to this, getting rid of this bullshit, is you get rid of hate crimes in the United States. You get rid of hate crime enhancements. Murder is just murder. You know, it holds this potential sentence. And to do this effectively, you're also going to have to get rid of enhancements for things like killing a cop, killing a public servant, because a lot of states like to treat that as like you are fucking slaughtered the sacred cow. So in order to do it correctly, what you're going to have to do is just get rid of enhancements like that. Get rid of hate crimes, get rid of enhancements. Murder is murder. You know, if you convict somebody of murder, it should have one fucking sentence, honestly. You know, you take them and you fucking hang them. You know?
Yeah.
Life for life, yeah.
I hate saying it, but what I was driving at before is I'm thinking we're going to see a slow slide eventually. If these Democrats are not gotten rid of, you're going to see, especially with this new brand of conservatives coming up, these, what are they? These Generation Zennials, these Zs?
Yeah.
This Generation Z that's coming up. What happens when they get to be around, 30? And if these Democrats are still around, by that point, then we're talking like another 15 years down the road. We're talking a few more election cycles. God knows what the country's condition will be in. I mean, by the time these guys are at the point where they seize the reins of power, what if that's when it gets to the point where they can't take these guys anymore and they do go to extreme measures? I'd much rather see these fucking leftists lose what they have now. I'm really glad that this Ocasio-Cortez is out there just whooping it up in the fucking media. That's fan-fucking-tastic. Yeah. I mean, look, he got a 76 to 79% approval rating on the State of the Union, depending on who you talk to. So,
yeah, and all the news that's tried to belittle him is literally going as contextually fucking retarded as possible. Like,
yeah, they're making themselves out to look like dumbasses.
Yeah, because literally what they're fucking doing is they're like, oh, well, he didn't add enough context here. It's the State of the fucking Union. It's not like the guy sat there, went, here's my entire fucking plan. Now, the State of the Union is you give your victory speech, everyone for being there. You make a summary of your accomplishments, and you at least tell in some regular, minute detail that, yes, I have plans for this year. We'll see them once I start writing legislation, and that's pretty much it. You don't literally have to go, well, I have this bill called HDFFG10203-8B, and if you turn to page 5, it'll talk about this. Then we'll go over page 1 through 5. You don't fucking do that. And they're literally sitting there like, like nitpicking all the grammar and shit like that. And it's like, you guys are fucking retarded. You're fucking worse than idiots.
First of all, the president cannot introduce any form of legislation. That's a kind of a thing, you know.
Okay. Well, you get where I'm going with this, though.
I get where you're going with it, but, you know, I'm also saying, you know.
Right. Congress writes the laws and the bills, and, you know, when they get approved, they get passed and that, and all he can do is veto it. But, like, he literally can't, like, sit there and go into extravagant detail, because he'll be sitting, the State of the Union is supposed to be brief. You know, it was like almost 2 hours, and it was just a summarization. It's not, here, let me sit down and make a special fucking presidential something or other video to tell you exactly what the goat fuck I've been doing for this entire time. You know, it's as simple as that. And with the rest of these idiots, you know, the Southern Communist Law Center, and them fucking pushing everyone to just go fucking bow now and all that crazy shit. It's insane. You know what? Somebody should not lose their bank account just because the SPLC said, no, we think you're a terrorist and we have no facts whatsoever, so fuck you. we're gonna.
And that's the thing, though. That's the thing. And the thing is, if somebody enough fucking these people accused sue, and then eventually class action sue Southern Poverty Law Center, it will go away. Especially if you get it in the right circuit, federal circuit court, that part of the settlement is it disappears.
I would like that to happen. That would be actually.
Let me ask you this. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. I'll keep it quick because I like to see that happen because it's as simple as this. We've got enough of this shit going. If the SPLC goes, then that's a step in the right direction because they are quite literally doing the inverse of what their purpose was because they basically took all the shit that they used to go and make the Klan go away to make everybody else go away. And all those people that they're trying to get rid of aren't the fucking Klan. You know, they can shout Nazi slanders and shit, the Proud Boys all day. They're hardline libertarians. They're not the Waffen-SS Super Galactic.
So what I was going to ask is, does anyone know what bank this was that actually dismissed him? Or
it was Chase, wasn't it?
Of course it was Chase.
I mean, there's a symbol. It was either Chase or Wells Fargo. I mean,
I think it was. Do you have that article? Because the only thing I've gotten is that video. They don't have like an actual.
I haven't been able to find the video where I found out about it.
You know, well, I'll say this much.
I'm pulling up the it is Chase Manhattan. So
Manhattan, that explains it all.
Yeah, that does. And you know what? I'm not sure. I don't want to misspeak. I don't, you know, Chase has their fingers in a lot of pies is the best way I can put it. And I would not be surprised if a lot of those ties are connected to things like Bloomberg Media. And
of course.
Yeah. And the reason I'm saying it like this is I was thinking to myself, who in the fuck, what bank would want to do this because of how much of an upswing there is in the economy? I mean, you'd be alienating all of these companies that are doing good under the president. And that's when I realized it had to be Chase. They're the biggest bank on earth. And I know for a fact that they're tethered to Bloomberg because he's been a heavy investor in them for years. That's one of the reasons under his being the mayor, they flourished in Manhattan. They really flourished. Holy shit.
Yeah, come to think of it, Chase is in just about every major metropolitan city in the U.S.
Yeah, they're the biggest bank in the country, and you have to realize they have they don't advertise it too much, but they're deeply connected and they have deep ties to Merrill Lynch. You have to realize there were so many trading houses before all this happened. You had Merrill Lynch, you had Charles Schwab, you had TD Waterhouse, you had Ameritrade, and then I believe that Charles Schwab swallowed all of them in one shot. I'm pretty sure now the only ones that you have left are like Merrill Lynch and some permutation of Schwab. I know it was TD Ameritrade, and they merged with something else, and now they're E-Trade. So all of these different houses that used to be around. My point is, it's come down to like this is what I'm trying to drive at. Is there's like battle lines being drawn. And for Chase to sit there and go after whatever Proud Boy it is that they decided to cut ties with, and
it's the leader.
Yeah.
And it's literally the leader, Enrique Tarrio. Oh, that's not a very white name. You know how very fucking fascist of them to get rid of.
Well,
you know,
I think he's actually half Cuban and half black.
No, he's an Afro-Cuban. That's the thing is about 30% of before Castro took over of Cuba's population was black.
Yeah.
Damn. Talk about a genocide.
Well, a lot of people, I hate saying this, this shows it's a little bit of American ignorance. A lot of Americans are under the auspice that America was one of the only countries that had mixed populations. It's kind of embarrassing. Like one of my friends, the first time he heard Seal's accent on an award show, his jaw dropped. He's like, he's British. I go, yeah, you didn't know that? He's like, but he's black. I go, there are black people in Britain, bro. He's like, they're all like,
there's black people in fucking throughout South America. You know, By the way, you know, most of the slaves, black slaves, went to South America and the fucking Caribbean to work in rubber and sugar plantations.
Oh, yeah, there was a black girl I dated in high school. She grew up in Italy. You know, I mean, God, I haven't thought about her in over 25 years. But you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things that's a lot of people don't realize, like with Cuba, is the population, there was a mixed population down there. That's part of the reason sometimes you'll see people who speak Spanish who are dark as hell. But you know, if you see people who are actually from Hispaniola, they look like me or they look like my father more likely, you know? They don't look like people from that part because, like Nano said, they imported, you know, they imported people there from Africa. And
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to look into your history. Like if you ever talk to Jamaican people aren't 100% African descent. They're actually a mixture of African, of the native population that was on the island, and they imported a lot of slaves from India.
Yeah. Hence we have fucking Trinidad and Tobago, which is all the trash Indians, where they send all them. You know, not wanting to get into a giant history lesson, we probably need to keep pushing on with the shit.
It's all good. I was about to change course back on anyways, because, okay. So, basically, from what I'm understanding with this shit is basically Chase Bank...
link is in the Hangout, by the way.
Yeah, I started reading it. It's basically, they just decided to completely toss them out of Chase Bank in general. So...
Yeah, well, you know what this is. What this is this is them declaring that they're going to back the globalist neocon agenda. That's exactly. I hate using, you know, like tinfoil hatty sounding words like that, but
it's true because it says here that basically the umbrella that they went under, big league politics, which was what the Proud Boys were operating under. That's like what their platform's called. Like they've got the Proud Boys and they've got big league politics, which is, you know, their leader, Mr. Tario's company. They've been tossed off Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Airbnb, First Data, Square, Stripe, and PayPal.
Yeah. It's the same thing like they did to Alex Jones.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah, they're literally InfoWarsing them, and it's only going to get worse from here. Yeah, looks like it's so, thought criminals beware. Chase Bank isn't going to get rid of you. I'm glad I'm not at Chase.
Well, you guys have you been following anything? Have you heard about Joe Rogan's podcast?
I actually did hear that.
Yep, Kelt, exactly. You want to fill them in on it?
Yeah, go right ahead, man.
I'll be right back.
I didn't. Basically, what happened was he interviewed Jack Dorsey, and like it was even Joe agreed that it was a boring show because it was more about the innovations about Twitter, softball the issues of like banning people, but he explained this is because he was really well educated on the matter. But Jack Dorsey said that he would come back with the person who is involved in banning people.
Oh, so that's why Alex Jones has been ripping his head off, shitting down his fucking throat, and then okay. That
yesterday he actually had Tim Pool on, and so they went more in depth with what's going on Twitter.
Interesting shit.
Yeah,
sucks that I missed that. Yeah.
Oh my god, like, bro! I seen parts of it. It looked like a fucking infomercial for Twitter.
Oh Lord, that's
hysterical. I think they also said, like Joe said, that his show was being sponsored by Cash
George
App,
Soros,
which is owned by Twitter.
Shit. Yeah. Oh god, this is. Now I'm gonna have to tune into InfoWars tomorrow because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a Sunday special about it. Because I'm glad you told me this now because basically the time that I've had off due to the psychotic weather, I've been listening to InfoWars, and yeah, for nearly 4 days straight, Alex Jones and everyone else has been just shitting on Joe Rogan. Like,
because Joe Rogan, when he fucking interviewed the guy from fucking Twitter, he did nothing but softball questions.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was saying, yeah, he was literally given George Soros and all these other fuckers talking points and shit, and he never said who the hell he was interviewing. I guess that's what the big reveal was. It was Jack Dorsey.
I mean, Jack Dorsey's a fucking douchebag. We all know that.
Oh, yeah, he's a pussy.
And the Joe Rogan interview. I mean, Joe Rogan is a closeted liberal, dude. He throws softball fucking shit. I mean, a good interview he did, well, the interview where he just basically sat there fucking shut the fuck up is when he had Ted Nugent on his show. I mean, you really think you can have a fucking interview with Ted Nugent and you're going to dominate the conversation?
Yeah.
Ted Nugent's all about domination. He's got that red meat shotgun bonanza about him.
Yeah, he was like, I'm unfuckable with, yeah.
One thing though, really quick, Nano. I don't know if you know this. This is why I don't like Joe Rogan. He's open about being a progressive. He says it all the time on his show. I do not like the son of a bitch. Personally, I'll say this all the time, and I have no shame in it. I personally think he's a gorilla, and the only reason that they gave him the show is because he's got a good speaking voice and he's articulate. I'm being sincere. That's the only thing. Look, the guy. Oh, big deal. He can break your wrist in a few places. He knows how to do a few locks. He knows how to do a few throws, pins, and grabs. So, and he can talk. So naturally, they're going to give credence and weight to what he says. I've listened to his show. It's like a conversation I'd hear any night at the local bar, but there's a microphone there. And that's
the only reason I listen to his show at all is to find out what he's going to get me a fucking discount on with his code. I mean, 20% off the fucking those board shorts I got, and you know, well worth it because you literally can't destroy them.
Nice.
You know, other than that, I mean, I'm like, okay, I've got the code for the discount. I don't have to listen to the rest of this shit, especially when he goes off on some hour or 2 or 3 hour long talk about fucking using mescaline. I'm like, I don't care, you know.
Yeah, that's why I don't usually even like listening to him. It's very, very rare I've ever listened to anything with him in it.
Why listen to a fucking
life
like him? You can listen to somebody that actually knows what they're doing.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Rogan's a fucking puppet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is, you know, when people like I heard everyone going on and on about the interview, and I watched that kid, a good-looking kid, the bodybuilder, Amazing Lucas, black kid. He's got on the backwards baseball hat. You know what it is? This is how I can get my Democrat wife to watch politics. Is I put on people like that she'll actually like listen to them. So, well, yeah, you know, I got to play up to the strengths. You know, the kid's good-looking. He's in good shape. He's a personal trainer. He's a motivational speaker. And she'll listen to what he says. So I'm no fool. So I tend to also watch the kid also because he's upbeat, he's positive. You know, I like that. I don't want to always hear gloom and fucking doom. You know, half the time you listen to Razorfish, you want to go out and punch somebody in the fucking mouth afterwards because the guy gets you amped. Yeah. So I'm listening to the kid, and he's going on about Joe Rogan's interview, and I'm watching the clips that he's showing, and I'm like, wow, you disingenuous fuck. It's one of those things. I can't listen to Joe Rogan. He gets under my fucking skin so much. To me, he's a bully. That's what it is, and it bothers me because, you know, because he's into MMA, he feels that to me, it comes across a lot like he's got that, you know, alpha male shit going on.
Like he's a jock.
Yeah, he's exactly the jock douchebag shit that he's pulling. And, you know, you got somebody on there as a guest. Don't try to intimidate him. Like, I remember watching him with Milo, and I thought that it was some of the most rude shit I'd ever seen. You got somebody on there, you're supposed to be interviewing him, and this is the thing, Milo, if you're polite to Milo Yiannopoulos is polite to you. Yeah. From what I've seen him in interviews.
Yeah, he's always civilized.
Yeah, but this low forehead fuck, the first thing he does, he's going in there and he's being mean to him. And you see, part of the thing was, I could tell when he's talking to Milo was pulling his punches because he's intimidated by this guy, you know, because Milo's not a big guy and Joe's bigger than him.
Yeah, that was another issue they had with that Jack Dorsey interview. Because after the interview, Joe said that he didn't want to press too hard because he felt like he wouldn't get anything out of him. But he
bullshit.
pressed hard on
Get something out of Jack Dorsey. You need to just fucking hit him with a brick.
He pressed hard on Candace Owens about global warming and almost went to a screaming match with Steven Crowder on weed.
Oh, jeez.
He thought that pressing too hard on Jack Dorsey, he would get nothing out of him.
That's some horse shit.
He said he doesn't like to press hard on people.
Yeah, if you want to get something.
Well, first of all, Jack Dorsey loves to hear himself talk, so you really can't go too hard on him to begin with. Yeah. He's going to fucking try and justify his actions because he thinks he's right. So the more you punch on him, the more he's going to come back at you. No, he just didn't want to make Jack Dorsey look out to be a phenomenal douchebag. I say let PJW fucking interview Jack Dorsey. That'd be a fun interview.
I'd say wait for when Jack Dorsey comes back like he said he would.
I say if I had a camera that I could actually link
with his trigger-happy employee.
You know what I think we should do, man? All right, here's what we're going to do. Okay, when Jack Dorsey comes back, we're going to sneak in Scoob and Alex Jones, and we're going to have Scoob and Alex Jones tear the shit out of these guys from fucking Texas to New York.
Well, I was going to say, if only I had a phone that could actually, like, live stream with, I could go in. I know where he gets his haircut in Manhattan. And I am an actual journalist with I have my press credentials. I could wear them. I could roll right up on him and stick the camera in his face and start asking him questions. I have no problem doing that. I used to do it all the time. It's called guerrilla journalism.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Yeah, ask that punk ass why he's trying to be a discount left version of Alex Jones. Because I swear to God, this motherfucker with what he's doing, he's basically trying to follow behind InfoWars and reverse engineer them to be cuckatry. Because, like, literally, I've heard, the only time I've heard this guy explode was after he had a few other tech giants and then InfoWars on, and then the next, he's like, literally, every other person, someone from fucking InfoWars interviews, oh, there's fucking Rogan having them on one of his fucking podcasts or something. Like, literally, this guy is trying to be like...
Rogan's a nitwit. We all know that. I mean, you know.
Yeah, he thinks he's like the next big man cow. It's like, no, you're not fucking man cow. You're not Alex Jones. You're just a punk ass.
You want to really get your blood boiling. This is why I don't like Joe Rogan, because he had on that skid mark. What's his name? Kyle Kalimsky.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot stand this progressive piece of shit. You got no idea. I mean, I actually want to spit at the screen when I see his face. Oh my God, yeah, you got to watch him. He's the most disingenuous piece of shit you'll ever. I mean, I know that you're not a violent person. I have a feeling if you ever met this guy, you'd probably pull off and punch him in the face. He's that much of a fucking scumbag.
Damn.
He's the East Coast branch of the Young Turks.
Oh yeah, I do have a special distaste for those guys.
He's based here in New York. He's in New Rochelle. He's New York's. He's the one that they have here in New York. The one that they have up over in Massachusetts is that other fucking scumbag, David Pakman. He's the one. He's right outside of Boston. And now again, he had him on. He had on this fucking Kalimsky, this fucking stain. He had Joe Rogan had him on, and just you, me, every one of us here on this panel right now, we're all basically peanuts and shit. That's what we are to them. Yeah, we're the peanuts and shit. That's exactly what we are, according to these people. Seriously. And you hear them talking about, like, not just conservatives, people like me, centrists. Like, anyone who doesn't agree with these people, it's just the scum of the earth, and they need to be dug out of the waffle of their shoe with a sharp stick. That's basically how they address us. And I'm like, listening to it, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, just thinking to myself, you know what, hang this man a peace routine bullshit. If they were both in front of me, I'd put those cords around their necks and I'd bang their heads together. Seriously, I'm sitting here like, this is what it's come to. This is what has airplay. These two smarmy bastards going back and forth, like sitting there hotboxing each other for like 2 hours. I just can't understand how the fuck Joe Rogan is on the air. I mean, at least Stern could bring something to the table.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of funny that you have to say Howard Stern's doing an alright job compared to these guys.
Yeah.
Hell, speaking of people in Manhattan and New York, and that, I found the page for that that event that was going on over by you, against that communist abortion genocide that that bastard Cuomo put in place. I'm going to try and present the page to see if this works. Thank you, Lawrence, for the technical assistance. This fucking works. All right. Da-da-da. Okay, we'll see if this works. Okay. This is being hosted by Activist Mama, is what she's called on Twitter and a couple other things. Or Elizabeth Johnston, those who know her regular name. Not doxing, because public person. Fuck you, sodomites. All right. And pretty much in response to the state of New York voting to expand abortion access rights up to the actual birth of the child, the nation has been dealing with disgust ever since goat fucker Cuomo and his radical communists celebrated the law's passage with blood and fecal matter. So they're calling for a national day of mourning and repentance because they believe that they're in desperate need for God to move the hearts of the young and old to get together to essentially get rid of this bullshit. And they're asking for anybody to join them on February 23rd for a national day of mourning. They ask that you wear black, don't shop. If you own a business, please close your business, and repent for abortion. So I guess they're hoping to drag a couple in who are a couple of women who have aborted their children are kind of feeling bad about it for support and to tell stories and to kind of push the envelope that, yeah, don't kill your kids. Kind of fucked up, right?
Yeah.
And it's apparently free. Please click attend event and your tickets will be emailed to you. So it's 100% FREE.
Except for getting to fucking Albany, New York.
Regrettably, yeah.
All right.
That's going to attend that might be Scooby.
Yeah, because it's at Empire State Plaza in Albany.
Yeah, that's a bit of a hike for me. You got to realize, I'm about 45 minutes from Midtown Manhattan. So, but that's downstate. I still have to go through Manhattan. Well, I could go through the Bronx, but I'd have to still go through the Bronx to get into upstate. And I don't think Albany's too far, but it's far enough where I'm going to have to take the train. It's going to be a couple hours journey to get up there. So I have to look into the logistics of this. But if I could maybe swing train fare, I'll go. That's the thing. I don't think I'll be able to get the train fare together. I got to see, but I'm going to try.
All right.
All right.
Shit.
While we're at about stupid puritanical laws, I would like to point out a massive warrant of government overstep in the state of Utah.
What happened?
Okay, there is a House Bill 287 criminalizing consensual sex activity, basically. What this bill will do, and to paraphrase it, is basically make it rape for a professor, a teaching assistant, or a person in a position of special trust has sex with a student over the age of 18.
Well, we're taking all responsibility away from these kids now, huh?
Yeah, I mean that's the problem. Is they're like, oh well, it could be no. You know what? Just shut up, okay? Here's the thing. They're adults. They're 18 years old. They can be tried and sent to the fucking gas chamber. All right, stop holding their fucking hand. You know?
Or does this mean women are going to be charged with rape now?
No,
No, the women are going to get away scot-free. The men are going to be charged with rape and put in the gas chambers while everyone screams, lights torches, and points at them while saying cisgendered white man.
Yeah, basically it's because you know how many fucking professors fuck undergrads. It just happens. I mean, here's the thing, you know. it's saying that that someone over the 18 that's a student cannot consent to have sex with their professor or teaching assistant.
I mean, most schools usually just have regular paperwork when you're getting in there that says you're forbidden to fuck the teachers.
Would this apply
it's
to
like-
a master and apprentice?
Probably.
Yeah.
No, this applies to students in higher education in Utah, dude.
Well, that sucks for
Sounds
Utah.
absurd.
You know, because I remember when I was going to one of the colleges here, you know, out east on the island. I had this one professor. I would have loved to nail her.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. It's setting a precedent of this law, so it could come to a state near you.
That's possible.
You know, this is really. I mean, first they give these kids, okay, you can stay on your parents' health care till you're 26. Now they're making it where, well, no, you can't make the decision of whether or not you can take your pants on and off with another person in the room. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, why? This. You know what the problem is? These are the same fucking kids that these parents, they kept them on the leashes. And all those black comedians, they used to say, you're fucking these kids up by putting them on a leash. And I used to laugh. And you know what? They were actually right. They screwed these kids up.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. I mean, look at how fucked up this shit is. Look, I got an idea. Tell your daughter or tell your son, keep their pants on when they're around the teacher. There's a fucking idea. Instead of changing the law, you know what? Not Jimmy can't stop stooping his fucking astronomy professor, so we're just going to change the law.
Well, this is the problem with government, is it always wants more power.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm not for there being federal government, because, you know, more often than not, sadly with this shit, it winds up being gradual creep, where it's, you know, it starts like, you know, just like how you and Scoop said earlier. It starts with something that, you know, well, some could say it's logical. Okay, sure, we're going to give you insurance till you're 26, you know, go get yourself a good job so you can afford some better insurance. Then it goes to crazy shit where now in Utah, if you're over the age of 18 and you're in a college where you know everyone's consulting adults, you can't fuck anybody because it's automatic rape and incarceration. Fuck that shit. If these people are of consenting age, then let them fornicate. You know,
well,
you
know what it is? It's also a underhanded, and this is gonna sound like tinfoil. It's an underhanded attack on white people to get them to stop fucking and producing babies, because all the fucking progressives want is brown babies.
No, it makes perfect sense to me, because this assists in their full control of universities. Because think about this. Think of all the places where these people have power centers. It's universities. It's your general in things that are inside and outside of academia, like your town halls and shit. You know, what are the first things that these kids fucking do? Oh, they go to their college, they get up on top of a desk, they talk about how you need to be a progressive activist. You need to assist in this, that, and the other. So you go from your college to your town hall to whatever other fucking places around the town square and that, and you make a big fucking scene, pass you know, government legislation, because you basically go up to whomever's office, business, or whatever the fuck outside of your damn, you know, academia center, and go, you will blindly obey and legislate big government bullshit, or I will violently do this, that, and the other. And the police and law enforcement will do nothing until you call in the fucking military, because none dare question. Yeah, that's literally what the fuck it is. And that's why you've got bullshit like this in Utah. That's why you've got these fuckers going around rioting and shit. And that's why, you know, people just can't be fucking people anymore. I mean,
Sounds
hell.
about right.
Let's see here. I think we covered that one. Oh, speaking of fucking insanity and rioting and shit like that, let's start with the ones that we've got in LA before I want to call it a night in that. Let's see here. What order do we want to start this in? Do we want to start with sanctuary cities or the gang hideout? Because I definitely don't want to do the other one that I found first. I want to tie that one into these other two because.
Go with the gang hideout. We already talked about the sanctuary cities a little bit earlier.
All right. Let me go pop this open here. Let's see.
But really quick, yeah, LA is now officially a sanctuary city.
Oh, dude, it's been for fucking 10 years. That's why I'm like, this is not even news.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. No. Well, they're going to be just like Chicago.
Well, I mean, the 3 largest cities in the United States need to be removed from the United States, in my opinion.
I'm starting to not blame you anymore.
I like my home. I just want to remove all the shitballs from it.
Well, I mean, by removed is remove everybody's voting rights. They want to live in a third world country, then we'll treat them like third world citizens.
You know, that actually sounds so crazy. It just might work. I'm in favor of that. I will go to my I will go to the town hall and sponsor that.
Gee, thanks, guys.
We'll build walls around them and make them giant prisons. And we just won't let Kurt Russell near any of them.
Oh, great. The Great Wall of Chicago and New York and LA. Oh, Christ. All right, speaking of these poor fuckers. All right,
hey, I'm just saying, John Carpenter didn't have all bad ideas.
Right. All right, apparently some fucking cartel in California literally built their own bat cave. Because, let's see here. Oh, how comical. CNN's actually having to say they found it. That's fucking funny. So, while some guy was going and issuing a search warrant Thursday to a gang member in a Fontana home over in California, the dude found a manhole cover. So he opened it up, found a ladder, and decided, fuck it, man, let me call for backup. We're the PD. Let's go in there and take a look at it. So they found a bat cave with a shooting range, a full decked out hideout, and a whole fuck ton of weapons, including the most dangerous weapon of mass destruction, a 100 drum, just the drum, for an AR-15 rifle. Ooh, 100 round fucking ammo drum, but no fucking rifle. So dangerous, seeing it. Let's see here. They apparently had to put up warnings from police on space. Oh, they literally tried to lock this place up. They were going in, taping everything.
So they found 3 guns, because that's a lot to a leftist.
Yep.
And a fucking 100 round drum, which are craptastic on jamming.
And they found a lot of sandbags. Don't forget the sandbags now. And a U.S. flag. Oh, joy. Assholes were probably using it for fucking target practice.
Wait, they mentioned that they found a U.S. flag.
Yeah. And, oh, come on. They're not even saying how many people they arrested. So, I don't know. They could have found El Chapo buddies down there or something. But we're CNN, so we're not going to tell you. And they got this nice little thing at the end where it's like, yeah, if you're a gang member, we will find you. I'm sure you will. Yeah, here. If you want to go and read over it, I'll go and drop it right in the side chat here.
I just want to see the part where they mentioned the U.S. flag.
Yeah, it's in the article there.
I mean, what is the point of mentioning the U.S. flag?
It's CNN. They want to make it sound scary and intimidating and shit like that, I mean, hell.
CNN hates America. Period.
Exactly. Yeah, for all we know, this could be, as CNN says, an underground gang. Since they're being so vague about it, for all we know, this is probably actually a conservative militia of some kind or another. Or, a patriot group of preppers or some shit like that. And, they're just like, okay, we didn't really find a lot of people. We found a lot of shit here. Ooh, let's try and paint that up as bad as it could fucking be. Because it's fucking CNN. If they give you too much information, then, oh no, you tell the lie. But if you give them just a little bit of information, you can scratch your head and go, I don't know, it might be some dangerous gang members. A shooting range, a completely decked out hideout with a kitchen, beds, and all that stuff, and a scary American flag next to a 100 round ammo drum for a fucking AR.
Now, check this out. Here's a scenario. Now, they're saying that they gangbangers. How much you want to bet? They got the American flag down there. Now, here's my take on this from what I'm hearing. What if these guys were like, and I'm being serious, what if they're like DACA kids but they're like patriotic and they can't own guns. So they made their own range. I'm being dead fucking serious. What if that's what this really is? What if they're like actually like Mexican American rednecks?
You know, that's actually so crazy. It might actually be true.
Think about it. They're saying they're gangbangers. There's nothing tying them to the gang so far that I've heard. Is there gang paraphernalia?
Yeah, that's why I cracked the joke. It could be just a conservative militia in California.
Don't say that, because then then fucking there's going to be calls for banning camouflage clothing.
They ain't taking my camo, motherfucker.
Yeah.
They ain't taking my fucking camo on. I'll fuck these people. Speaking of camo, though.
Nice. I'm just saying, that's the next step. If they can't get rid of the guns, they've already tried to ban body armor. Then they're going to try to ban military-style camo. I'm like, what is military-style camo? But, it will happen. Mark my words.
Funny. Alright, well, to make things even more creepy and strange for what's going on in LA, apparently in downtown LA, the army is doing a lot of drills. Fucking choppers and everything. Apparently, let me see if I can screen share this one. There we are. Okay, here's the helicopters and all this goofy shit. And here's apparently what's going on. Having started on Monday, the U.S. Army continues its war drills across the greater LA shithole area through Saturday, with the goal of enhancing Army Special Forces skills by operating in urban environments. Army Special Operations Command said in a statement. And residents around LA are because they're hearing sounds associated with the field training exercise, including helicopters, weapon simulations, according to some statements. Local terrain and training facilities in LA provide the Army with unique locations and simulate urban environments the service members may encounter when deployed overseas. I don't know. I mean, LA is kind of getting like Iraq. Maybe it's not too conspiratorial. Let's see here. Downtown LA residents were shocked Monday night when a fleet of Boeing AMH-6M Little Bird and Sikorsky UH-60 Blackhawk helicopters swooping around them. And they've even got like a little video here from Twitter. Let's see what this is.
Oh,
look.
That's a standard fucking 1/60th fucking operating technique. Just pause that shit. It ain't worth it. They're operating at their normal flight altitude of 6 to 10 feet off the ground.
Okay, that ain't so bad. I just kind of still find it funny and
no, it's LA. Okay, it's LA acting dumb. Okay, so fuck it. Who cares? I hate people from California for a reason. They're stupid. Oh, look, a helicopter landed on the street and disgorged people for a training exercise. Let's act like it's the fucking end of the world. They're going to come deport, unless they're fucking going in there and grabbing a bunch of illegals, which, God, I hope they were. That'd be a great training exercise, but,
Shit, that would be kind of neat. Let's see here. A commercial parking lot across the street from the cinemas at such and such address, Communist Boulevard, was the epicenter of some interesting war simulations. Ooh, they got planes and shit. That's kind of cool. You know what? I want to.
Dude.
They're what?
They're helicopters.
Ow. Fuck, picture's so goddamn dark. They need to brighten that shit up. I thought it was jets for a minute or something.
No.
All right.
Those
Interesting.
Special operations troops being inserted. Oh,
looks like they even got a news escort live from California. Soldiers training in the streets.
Yeah, you know what? This happens every once in a while.
Yeah, I remember they did this a couple years ago. I'm just curious as to why would they pick a shithole like LA to train in? Just curious about that.
Don't they film movies there all the time? Is this like the first time these people have ever seen anything like this?
I guess. I mean, it says the Army leased space and industrially zoned area around the port of LA. So yeah, around the port of LA is usually where they film movies and shit. So I guess they rented something from Hollywood and were like, yeah, fuck it. They're used to seeing the shit. We'll do training exercises and everyone loses their mind. Let's see. A spokesperson for the LA port operations in Long Beach, second largest port in the US, not affected. Told the LA Times. Okay, so yeah, they kind of just like, we're gonna give them the space because fuck it, why the hell not? Oh, fucking funny shit. Okay, so basically, all these people are tweaking out because you've got helicopters and Marines running all over the place.
Yeah, in other words, not news. Just a bunch of idiots going, we're freaking out. Did you all hear about that singer that was killed in Nashville?
No.
Of course you didn't. The CNN story's linked if Burnside wants to prevent it real quick. 5 kids, ages 12 to 16, charged in fatal shooting of musicians.
Jesus.
Here's the thing. This is the MSNBC version of it, so we're going to go through it. Everybody else, every other one has shown the pictures of the 3 of the kids that are the older. But this one hasn't showed shit. You know why? Because the 5 kids that shot him were black.
Let me see here. Yep, all I'm seeing is ads. The only picture they have here is just the fellow who got shot.
Yep. Now, if you go in and you go into Goggle and you hit and you go look at the killers, and here's the New York Post. Right. It's got pictures of the killers,
Oh, shoot that to me so I can go and present that because I was about to Google it until you said that you had it.
Yeah, this is the 2. This is the 2 oldest. So. This just shows how fucked up media is right now. The 2 teenage boys are going to be charged as adults.
All right.
And you know what? I hope they fucking electrocute the little bastards. And here's New York Post again. Sorry.
Not good.
It's.
But all right, so these are 2 of the kids that shot him.
Yeah, they're not going to show the youngest ones because but it's amazing how you go through a bunch of these sources, right? New York, Washington Post, no picture of the kids, right?
Yes, I've got
New York Daily Mail. I'm about to. It's got 3 of them.
So all right, let me do a compare contrast here. Let me get that one. That's right there. All right.
Yeah. I mean, these are the ones that they'll release their names because they're old enough.
Okay, well, you know what it is? A lot of people don't realize the Post is actually, they endorsed Trump for president, too, when he ran. So
yeah. Well, this is the Daily Mail, too.
All right, so let's see here. The Post has no kids. Or crap, I should specify. The Washington Post has no kids.
Why
the
they
New York
shoot
Post has 2 kids.
They wanted
cisgendered white male.
Yeah, and the New York Daily News has 3 of the 3 oldest ones. They're not going to arrest or release the younger one or release the younger 2 because they're super minor. They're like 12 and like 13.
Yeah. Well, this according to what I was reading in the the Washington Post, they won't release their photos because they're under 18. It's their policy, unless they said a judge or magistrate says they're going to be tried as adults. Then they will release their picture. Only
I think it said to be tried as adults.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got how many of these kids?
3 so far. There's the
One's
only
a
picture
girl?
of 3.
All right,
Yeah.
so that's 3 out of 5. So we're missing just 2.
Yeah, you're
But-
missing the youngest two, which probably under Tennessee law cannot be charged as adults. They're that young.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
If
charge.
this happened in New York or Texas, they would be fucked.
Well, shit. In that case, charge him for fucking murder across the goddamn board.
They're all
You
being
know?
charged with homicide. So
Yeah.
Good.
um,
They should,
thing-
and
the
strap
thing
on a
is-
fucking gang crime to boot, because that's bullshit. You know,
Yeah.
murder's fucking murder. You know, a bunch of these fucking hoodlums decide they want to kill the corn-fed boy because he ain't done did her from the city. And no, that's still bullshit.
yeah, I'm just the youngest is a 12-year-old girl. I mean, Tennessee.
Fucking the parents.
The DA. Oh, I'm just waiting for the fucking interview. And I just was looking this up, and that's why I brought this up. I'm just, you know, I'm just waiting on it. I'm just waiting on it to come out that, you know, the videos of they didn't do nothing. They're good kids. They were robbing him for the fucking, you know, school
From the
club.
Dindu tribe.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous.
But why'd they kill this guy again?
His money and his keys. They wanted his. He wouldn't give up his car keys, and they shot him because of that.
Yeah.
Perfectly reasonable, acceptable reason to take somebody's life.
That's
Well,
fucking
in the
bullshit.
tribe of the didn't do's, yeah.
They want his keys. I say lock him up and lose the keys.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, if the state of Tennessee tries them for a homicide, they could conceivably get the death penalty. So, you know, fuck them. I hope they get it. I hope they get it. I hope they get all of them get sent to Old Sparky in about 20 years.
Yeah. I personally would rather see him get life at hard. But they don't put anyone at hard labor no more.
Exactly.
Incredibly.
So, fry them and be done. You know.
It's fucking bullshit. It's a bunch of goddamn gangbanging kids and shit. Oh, they're innocent because they're fucking children. No, try them as fucking hardened criminals because they're fucking gang members. No, enough of this fucking. We're gonna, slap them on the hand because their parents obviously can't fucking do their job. No, they want big government. Then here, we'll give them big fucking government. All right. You want to be a big boy gangbanger? All right, you get to be charged like a big boy gangbanger.
If they were in other parts of the world, they would have already killed him. You know?
Shit.
That's
about it for our news stuff.
Oh no, we got one more story.
And one more. All right, throw it on.
Yes.
Throw it on the fire.
Oh, we've been saving this one for last. Jogger choked a mountain lion to death after being attacked, and then hiked to a hospital.
Oh, that's right. How could I forget about FloridaMan?
This is not Florida. It happened in Colorado.
Oh, damn. That was...
And, there are real men in Florida, so therefore it had to happen somewhere in Colorado. A man was attacked. I'm just going to read the little, he was out trail running. So, he's out, early in the morning running down a mountain trail. He was attacked by a mountain lion while out jogging in Colorado. He managed to strangle the animal to death using his bare hands in an act of self-defense. Pretty fucking cool there. I mean, a mountain lion, they could be up to about 200 pounds. So the jogger then hiked to the hospital where he was treated for serious but not life-threatening injuries. Mountain lion attacks are rare in Colorado. Well, yeah, but they do happen.
I think it's pretty
That
cool.
guy
This guy
has some
beat the shit out of
big
one.
bragging rights on him.
I hope he taxidermies that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Taxidermy it and send it to PETA.
Yeah, the cat weighed about 80 pounds, so it was not a big one.
It's okay. So he gets attacked by a giant cat and he just snaps its neck like solid steak. All right,
I imagine he probably choked it to death and, did something that Tonka Saw couldn't, some actual MMA, and pulled him down.
Nice.
Oh man.
Yeah, you got to get a Tonka Saw joke in there. I mean,
Of course, Tonka Saw could totally wrestle a mountain lion. And
this guy actually showed up to. Not only did he wasn't planning on fight, but he still showed up and killed the fucking mountain lion with his bare hands.
Hell yeah, that's some real manly shit there.
Yeah, I mean, my hat's off to this guy. Fuck, I wouldn't want to tangle with a bobcat, let alone a mountain lion. I mean,
fuck all that. I mean, well, I like animals, but I don't know, man.
You're more likely to get attacked by a bobcat because they're more prevalent, and you're more likely to run into one. And I mean, a bobcat can get up to about 45, 50 pounds, and they're less afraid of people than a mountain lion. A mountain lion, you're going to have to be up in some backwoods shit because, quite frankly, they don't like people, and their solution is to go away.
Interesting.
Yeah. And, that's why it took 40 years to figure out that the eastern puma was extinct. It's because these things live way up in the backwoods. And of course, always vegans are like, oh, it's because they were hunted to extinction. Nobody shot one in 40 years, dumbass. They haven't been hunted to extinction. You know what it was? All the farms you need for your fucking soy boy shit fucking destroyed their habitat.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That or their prey's habitat.
Well,
yeah.
they're okay. See, here in Texas, if you live in an area where there are mountain lions, they are considered a varmint, and you can shoot them with just a hunting license.
Oh, nice.
Because they destroy fucking livestock, and that's the thing. They're if they're forced to, they'll fucking clean out a chicken coop.
Damn.
So will a bobcat. So will coyotes.
Coyotes eat fucking anything. They eat fucking cocaine.
Also, a fucking mountain lion will fucking kill a baby calf. They won't try and fuck with a full-grown cow, but they will try and kill a baby calf.
Interesting.
Or a baby goat.
Or they're not going to fuck with an adult goat?
Oh, they'll take down an adult goat. Sheep.
Goats usually have some fight. No.
Unless you have a big aggressive ram that will just fuck them over. Yeah.
All right. Anything else? I'm probably gonna wrap it up in the next couple minutes here since it's going on 1.
Well, believe it or not, I do know this is actually weird that I know this about agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
If you do have a farm, you can actually keep as a good deterrent for mountain lions a llama.
What?
Llamas actually they have like a security thing. They'll actually go over and start kicking at it.
No way.
So will a donkey.
Yeah. Donkeys too, but llamas are big. They're big and tall and they got long legs.
Yeah, but donkeys can kick forward.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, you keep basically if you got livestock, just keep yourself a donkey and a couple of donkeys and a couple of llamas, and you'll come out to a dead puma.
Nice. I like that. That's fucking hysterical. I won't even have to shoot the thing. It'll get killed by donkeys and fucking llamas, spitting, swearing animals. Fuck you. Apparently kills a mountain lion. Nice. All right. Everyone want to get ready to shield?
Sure.
All right. Kelt, you got anything in the cooking?
Nope.
Damn you, bastard. Nana, what about you?
No.
Damn.
Not this time, bro.
Damn it. You know, did you at least get that P.O. box set up?
No, man. I'm not going to have time to do that project, probably. I have, like, work and shit.
All right. Let's figure out somewhere how to drop this stuff to you. Scoop, you got anything cooking?
Yeah, actually. Well, you guys will know the deal. I'm Scooby331. You can follow me here on YouTube. I'm on GabAI, Patreon, and PayPal. I'm definitely looking for some crowdfunding tonight, guys, please, because, excuse me, I need to get that paper together to get up to Albany to get to that rally on the 23rd. I was supposed to go out to the 16th to DC. I don't know if that one's going to happen because, again, money is tight. We got to see what's happening. But if anyone feels like helping me get out there to cover these events, you know, PayPal, Scooby331, definitely show me some love. I'm also on Instagram. I don't really cut a lot of content, so I haven't even put anything on Instagram yet. Also, I don't really know how to use it. And, yeah, that's basically what I got cooking right now. I'm just going to be trying to go to that rally on the 23rd and going to take it from there.
All right. Yeah, give them a hand, guys, for the 23rd if you can. Hopefully a couple people in the audience aren't as broke as the rest of us motherfuckers over here.
Oh, yeah. All donations are appreciated and put to good use. It's not like I'm going to go to the falafel stand and get like a family-sized platter. You know, I'm actually going to use the shit to get the train ticket and get the hell up to Albany. So, definitely.
All right. And myself from the Burnside Film Project, I've got a few things in the work. As Bobby Rizzo mentioned earlier, yes, we got Chronicle 7 done for Backline. That'll be up on YouTube and BitChute tomorrow, as well as Chronicle 6 on BitChute because I apparently forgot to do that. So, fuck. You know? And hopefully soon after we get it up, we will begin the filming process for Chronicle 8. And let everyone know when that sucker comes out. Other than that, stay posted because chances are we're gonna be coming up with some more designs for Backline. I'll release some spoilers here and there as they come across. So stay tuned. All right, have a good night, everybody.
See ya.
Good night, all. Take care. Have a great night.
Good night.